The power of purpose-driven teams. Welcome to this professional training session on the power of purpose-driven teams. This course is grounded in recent research and best practices from high-performing organizations across industries. Today's teams are navigating a rapidly shifting landscape of automation, fierce competition, and constant innovation. In such an environment, teams that rise above the rest do more than just complete tasks. They operate with purpose. Purpose-driven teams are fueled by a clear mission that transcends daily goals. They are energized by something larger than themselves, whether it's societal impact, technological advancement, or human well-being. Through this training, we will explore how purpose functions as a magnet for talent, a compass for decision-making, and a powerful fuel source for long-term resilience. As science and engineering graduates entering professional environments, understanding the role of purpose in team performance will empower you to lead, collaborate, and contribute at a deeper level. Introduction: Team collaboration in modern workplace. In today's modern workplace, teams are operating under unprecedented pressure. The rise of automation has streamlined many processes, but it has also made human contributions more strategic and critical. Competition is intense, not only across companies, but also within industries driven by constant innovation. In this high-stakes environment, teams that thrive are not just efficient, they are purpose-driven. What sets these teams apart is their shared commitment to something beyond the immediate task or quarterly metric. They unite around a mission that gives meaning to their work. This alignment creates energy, cohesion, and resilience. Organizations that cultivate purpose-driven teams are not only more productive, they're also more adaptive and innovative. Whether you're contributing to materials design, systems integration, or product engineering, the ability to work within or lead a purpose-driven team is a key factor in long-term success. Purpose is no longer optional, it's a strategic advantage. Course roadmap for purpose-driven teams. Here's the roadmap for this course on purpose-driven teams. We begin by defining what a purpose-driven team is and why purpose is a crucial driver of team performance. Next, we'll explore the differences between purpose and goals, a distinction that helps clarify long-term direction versus short-term execution. Then we'll examine the key characteristics of purpose-driven teams, followed by real-world examples across industries, including healthcare, technology, and education. We'll also walk through how to intentionally build a purpose-driven team from the ground up, including recruiting, rituals, and decision-making. From there, we'll tackle common barriers that dilute or erode purpose and introduce tools for measuring cultural alignment with purpose. Finally, we'll explore the unique role of leaders in sustaining and protecting purpose in dynamic work environments. By the end, you'll have practical tools and mental models to help you thrive, whether you're joining, supporting, or leading a purpose-driven team. What is a purpose-driven team? A purpose-driven team is more than a group executing tasks. It's a team united by a shared mission that goes beyond profit margins, output metrics, or internal KPIs. Purpose acts as a North Star, a guiding principle that shapes decisions at all levels. It also serves as a powerful motivator, especially in moments of adversity, helping teams persist with clarity and resolve. Purpose provides a natural filter for prioritization, allowing teams to focus on what truly matters rather than chasing every metric. And importantly, it lays the foundation for trust and belonging by aligning everyone around a common cause. A meaningful purpose can center on societal impact, customer value, innovation, excellence, or transformation. But for it to be effective, it must be authentic, clearly articulated, and deeply shared. Teams that embrace this higher mission perform better, collaborate more effectively, and find deeper satisfaction in their work. Section 1. Benefits of purpose-driven teams. Now we'll explore the concrete benefits that purpose-driven teams bring to organizations. These advantages are not just feel-good sentiments. They are backed by data and observable outcomes. From improved employee retention to heightened innovation, purpose is a serious performance lever. A sense of shared mission can increase trust, motivation, and team cohesion, all of which are critical in today's technical environments where interdependency is high. Purpose fuels resilience, ownership, and creativity, enabling teams to push past roadblocks with renewed focus. Whether you're working in process design or advanced manufacturing, the presence of purpose can radically alter your experience and impact. Let's look deeper at how purpose transforms performance in measurable, high-value ways. Why purpose drives performance. Purpose is not just motivational, it's transformational. Teams anchored in purpose demonstrate significantly higher performance across multiple metrics. According to Deloitte's 2016 research, purpose-driven teams show 40% higher employee retention and satisfaction. When team members are working toward a cause they believe in, they stay longer and contribute more deeply. Resilience improves by 35%, meaning these teams bounce back from setbacks faster and stronger. Collaboration becomes more efficient, up by 28%, as alignment around purpose reduces friction and fosters unity. Innovation increases by 32% because team members feel empowered to experiment and think creatively. Purpose fosters ownership and accountability, prompting individuals to go beyond job descriptions. It creates an environment where initiative thrives and obstacles become opportunities. For science and engineering professionals, where precision and innovation are paramount, these performance benefits are especially valuable. Purpose isn't just a feel-good factor, it's a performance multiplier. Purpose is not a soft perk. It's a common misconception that purpose is just a soft, intangible perk. In reality, purpose delivers hard business results. It directly influences growth, profitability, and retention. 3 pillars of organizational success. Purpose strengthens productivity by aligning people with meaningful work. It drives innovation by encouraging exploration beyond the status quo. And it boosts revenue by energizing employees to deliver customer-centric solutions. Teams grounded in purpose adapt faster, perform better, and endure longer. In today's complex marketplace, where disruptions are frequent and talent competition is fierce, purpose is a critical differentiator. It is a measurable driver of value, not a motivational slogan. Organizations that treat purpose seriously see returns not only in culture, but in the bottom line. For engineers and scientists working in dynamic environments, this means aligning your technical expertise with a greater mission can dramatically enhance both individual and team impact. Performance multiplier. Purpose acts as a force multiplier for everything else your team is doing. It doesn't replace strategy, goals, or KPIs. It amplifies them. Think of it like a voltage boost to the system. When purpose is integrated into operations, ordinary metrics like output or speed can be transformed into extraordinary results. Purpose brings context to metrics, meaning to tasks, and motivation to routine processes. Whether you're launching a new material design project, debugging software, or running simulations, purpose fuels deeper commitment and creativity. It inspires teams to innovate beyond constraints and collaborate across silos. Organizations that combine clear goals with strong purpose see exponential performance improvements. In engineering-driven companies, where precision and efficiency are essential, purpose enhances not just what you deliver, but how you deliver it, with meaning, focus, and long-term sustainability. When purpose is real and embedded, performance doesn't just rise, it multiplies. Section 2. Purpose versus goals. To build a high-performing team, it's important to distinguish between purpose and goals. Many teams confuse the two, which leads to short-term success but long-term fatigue. Purpose and goals serve different functions. Purpose provides enduring direction, the reason the team exists and the impact it seeks to make. Goals, on the other hand, are short-term destinations, specific achievements that mark progress. This section explores how purpose provides stability amid changing circumstances, while goals evolve as tactical milestones. When teams only chase goals, they often burn out. But when teams are grounded in purpose, they can pursue goals with meaning, clarity, and resilience. By the end of this section, you'll understand why leading with purpose is essential and how to align your daily goals with a larger mission to create lasting impact. Purpose versus goals. Let's break down the core differences between goals and purpose. Goals are what we want to achieve. They are time-bound, measurable, and often numeric, like launching a product by Q3 or reducing defects by 10%. Goals change as projects evolve or markets shift. Purpose, in contrast, is why the work matters. It is timeless, emotionally resonant, and often rooted in impact, such as improving patient safety, enabling global connectivity, or driving environmental sustainability. Goals may guide the week. Purpose guides the journey. When teams operate only with goals, they risk burnout, tunnel vision, and loss of motivation. But with purpose as the foundation, goals become energizing checkpoints rather than endpoints. Engineers and scientists need both, the focus of specific goals and the inspiration of purpose. Together, they create a powerful operating model that sustains high performance, especially under pressure or uncertainty. Why the difference matters. Understanding the difference between goals and purpose isn't just academic. It has serious implications for team energy, creativity, and sustainability. Teams that operate with a goals-only mindset tend to burn out quickly. When all the focus is on hitting metrics, motivation can collapse after each deadline. These teams often show decreased creativity and short-term thinking. They do what's asked, but rarely challenge the status quo or think expansively. On the other hand, purpose-grounded teams demonstrate sustainable energy. They find deeper motivation in their work, allowing them to remain resilient even when things get hard. They think long-term, take initiative, and push boundaries because they care about why they're doing the work. Purpose provides meaning that transcends the checklist. In technical fields like engineering and science, where complexity is high and innovation is critical, grounding your work in purpose creates the fuel to go further, adapt faster, and solve bigger problems. Section 3. Characteristics of purpose-driven teams. In this section, we'll explore what makes purpose-driven teams distinct in their behavior, structure, and culture. These aren't just high-functioning teams. They're aligned, connected, and empowered in unique ways. Their purpose is not a slogan on a wall, but a living force that drives everyday decisions and interactions. 5 characteristics define these teams: clarity, connection, alignment, empowerment, and storytelling. Each of these traits helps sustain purpose over time and keeps team members unified and motivated. Whether you're launching a product, running an experiment, or collaborating across disciplines, these characteristics will show up in how the team communicates, makes decisions, and measures success. Understanding these traits gives you a blueprint for both recognizing and building a purpose-driven team, whether you're joining one or helping lead one. Key traits of purpose-driven teams. Purpose-driven teams display 5 core traits that create cohesion and sustained performance. First is clarity. Everyone understands the mission and why it matters. There's no confusion about what the team is working toward or the deeper impact of their work. Second is connection. Team members feel emotionally linked to the purpose, not just intellectually aligned. This emotional bond fuels commitment. Third is alignment. Individual roles and team objectives tie directly to the overarching purpose, ensuring every action contributes meaningfully. Fourth is empowerment. People are trusted to make decisions that advance the mission. Instead of waiting for permission, they act with purpose as their guide. Lastly, storytelling. The team consistently shares stories that reinforce purpose through customer outcomes, team wins, or personal reflections. These stories keep the purpose alive in daily operations. Together, these traits foster high engagement, agility, and trust, qualities essential in today's fast-paced, science-driven industries. Section 4. Real-world examples. To bring these concepts to life, we now turn to real-world examples of purpose-driven teams. These examples come from 3 high-impact sectors: healthcare, semiconductors, and education. Each illustrates how a clearly defined purpose reshapes behavior, improves outcomes, and deepens team commitment. In healthcare, the focus is on saving lives and restoring hope. In the semiconductor industry, the mission centers on powering future connectivity and intelligence. In education, it's about igniting potential in every learner. These teams don't define success merely in terms of operations completed, yield rates met, or content produced. Instead, they align around a deeper mission that transforms both mindset and results. By studying these cases, you'll see how purpose shifts teams from task execution to mission fulfillment, a key transition for teams working on complex, interdisciplinary challenges. As you move through your own career, these stories can serve as models for cultivating purpose in action. Purpose in action, case studies. Let's take a closer look at 3 purpose-driven teams. First, in healthcare, a surgical team redefines its work as saving lives and restoring hope, rather than simply completing procedures. This shift enhances attention to safety, communication, and empathy, all critical in high-stakes environments. Second, in the semiconductor industry, a process engineering team sees its purpose as powering the future of connectivity and intelligence. This mission inspires creativity beyond defect reduction or yield metrics, sparking bold innovation. Lastly, in education, a curriculum design team doesn't just build modules. Its mission is to ignite potential in every learner. This purpose shapes how they design content, gather feedback, and evaluate impact. In all 3 cases, purpose reframes the work. It transforms mundane routines into meaningful contributions. It connects the technical to the human. For you as a new scientist or engineer, these examples show how powerful a clear, authentic purpose can be. Section 5. Building purpose-driven teams. Now that we've explored the benefits and traits of purpose-driven teams, let's turn to how they're built. Purpose doesn't emerge by accident. It must be intentionally cultivated. Any team, no matter the size or function, can define and pursue meaningful work. This section provides a step-by-step framework to do exactly that. From co-creating the team's purpose to aligning daily tasks with the mission, we'll explore how to turn abstract ideals into lived behaviors. We'll also look at how to embed purpose into hiring, team rituals, and decision-making. Building a purpose-driven team doesn't require a full restructure. It starts with asking the right questions, fostering clarity, and empowering action. For science and engineering grads entering complex workplaces, these methods offer a way to contribute more deeply and elevate the teams you're part of. You don't have to wait for leadership to initiate purpose. You can help build it from within. How to build a purpose-driven team. Building a purpose-driven team starts with co-creating the purpose. Don't just announce it. Invite the team to shape it together. Ask meaningful questions. Why do we exist? Who do we serve? What would be lost if we didn't do this work? These questions help uncover authentic, shared meaning. Next, link daily work to that purpose. Don't let tasks feel disconnected. Show how projects, goals, and even routine KPIs ladder up to something bigger. Then, reinforce purpose through rituals. Begin meetings by revisiting the mission. Share stories that highlight impact. Celebrate wins that align with the team's higher goal. Also, hire for purpose fit. Look for candidates who resonate with your mission, even more than those with perfect resumes. Finally, empower purpose-aligned decisions. Let team members act in ways that support the mission, even when that means challenging traditional norms. These strategies transform teams from task-focused to mission-driven. Section 6. Barriers and measurement. Purpose, while powerful, isn't self-sustaining. It must be protected from erosion and reinforced over time. In this section, we'll look at the common barriers that drain a team's sense of purpose, and more importantly, how to overcome them. Whether it's disconnection from customer impact, overwhelming bureaucracy, or leaders who fail to model the mission, each barrier poses a risk to team alignment and motivation. We'll also discuss the importance of measurement. While purpose can feel intangible, there are clear cultural indicators that reveal whether it's thriving or fading. By understanding what weakens purpose and how to track it effectively, you'll be equipped to maintain a strong, vibrant team culture. For those in science and engineering, where pressure and complexity are constant, protecting purpose is not a luxury. It's a necessity for long-term excellence and innovation. Barriers to purpose and how to overcome. Purpose can fade if it's not actively nurtured. One common barrier is disconnection from the end user. When teams lose sight of how their work impacts others, motivation drops. The solution? Bring real users or stakeholders into meetings. Hearing their stories reconnects the team to their impact. Another barrier is bureaucracy, layers of process that dilute focus. Strip away unnecessary steps and reconnect people to the core mission. Leadership also plays a crucial role. If leaders don't model the purpose in word and action, the team will sense the disconnect. Leaders must live the purpose to sustain it. Finally, burnout and overload can exhaust even the most motivated teams. Purpose should be reaffirmed regularly to restore energy and meaning. By addressing these challenges directly, purpose-driven cultures can thrive. For technical teams especially, where the pace is relentless, removing these barriers is vital for sustainable, high-performance collaboration. Measuring a purpose-driven culture. While purpose may feel abstract, it leaves measurable footprints in a team's culture. High engagement scores and employee net promoter scores, or ENPS, are key indicators. When team members feel their work matters, they're more engaged, more likely to recommend the company, and more loyal. Retention and referrals also rise. People stay longer and bring in others who align with the mission. Another signal is the organic sharing of stories, moments when employees talk about the impact of their work, unprompted. Finally, look for increased initiative and innovation. When purpose is alive, people don't just follow orders, they invest themselves. These are the signs of a healthy, purpose-driven culture. They should be tracked alongside traditional performance metrics. In engineering or scientific teams, this dual focus ensures that both cultural health and technical output are optimized. Purpose isn't just a value, it's a measurable advantage. Section 7. Leadership and Conclusion. As we approach the final section of this course, we shift our focus to leadership, the key to sustaining purpose over time. Leaders play a vital role in amplifying purpose, modeling values, and reinforcing the culture of mission-driven work. In today's fast-paced, high-stakes environments, it's not enough for leaders to set targets. They must inspire belief, connect daily work to impact, and protect the team from distractions that pull them away from their higher goal. We'll also reflect on the course takeaways, why purpose matters, how it shapes team performance, and what it looks like in action. As scientists and engineers entering complex organizations, your ability to align technical rigor with meaningful purpose will distinguish you and elevate the teams you join or lead. Let's explore how leaders make that possible and how you can become a purpose amplifier, regardless of your current title. The role of the leader. Leaders are the primary stewards of purpose. They do more than set direction. They inspire and sustain belief. First, leaders tell stories that connect everyday work to a larger impact. These narratives reinforce meaning in even the most routine tasks. Second, they model values, demonstrating purpose-aligned behaviors in how they make decisions, handle setbacks, and support the team. Third, great leaders empower ownership. They trust their teams to advance the mission, giving them autonomy and space to take initiative. They also protect purpose by resisting short-term pressures that might compromise the long-term vision. Whether that means declining a lucrative project that doesn't align with values or saying no to shortcuts, leaders safeguard the team's sense of why. Finally, they celebrate wins, especially those that reflect purpose, not just performance. These actions create an environment where purpose thrives and performance soars. That's what real leadership looks like. Conclusion: purpose unlocks the best in teams. Purpose isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a foundational element that unlocks the best in teams, especially during times of complexity and change. Teams with clear purpose are more resilient. They bounce back faster because they're anchored in meaning. They're also more innovative, driven by a desire to solve real problems with lasting impact. And they're more aligned, collaborating more effectively, navigating trade-offs, and staying motivated through challenges. When a team understands why it exists and believes that their work truly matters, they don't just complete tasks, they transform outcomes. They don't just achieve more, they become more. As a new graduate stepping into the world of science or engineering, this is your opportunity to help build or strengthen teams where purpose drives performance. Whether you're on the front lines or stepping into leadership, your commitment to purpose can shape the future of your organization and your own success.